Hi, you're listening to the Great Work podcast about serenity and success, doing work that matters to you and to the world, by me, Adam Sandel. Remember, if you didn't get here via the email and would like this in writing, it's in a regular email too. You can sign up for free at www.adamsandel.com. That's www.adamsandel.com. This week, we can all be a bit crap at management, and all organisations can be a bit crap too. There's a reason why there are so many books, courses, degrees, and podcasts on management, all claiming to have the answer. We humans are just a bit rubbish at running things. Or, more generously, running things is a chaotic, unpredictable, hard job, and even the most proficient of managers get things wrong. We assume that the grown-ups, political leaders, judges, journalists, captains of industry, and everyone else with responsibility and influence mostly know what they're doing. Dip a toe into their worlds, though, and it becomes scarily apparent that they're making it up on the fly too, suffering from the imposter syndrome just as badly as do you and I. As writer Oliver Burkeman has pointed out, everyone's totally winging it all the time. Running a team or organisation isn't something you're good at just because you're a people person, are smart, or have common sense, whatever that means. Most of us have no formal training in management, and while good training is useful, it's no guarantee of proficiency. It helps to have experience of working in several different settings, including at least a couple that are working well, which is why teams led by people who've been there forever tend to struggle. But more important than all that are two cardinal prerequisites: taking an interest and not being a dick. What's the benefit in reflecting on our universal potential to be a bit crap? There are two. First, it keeps expectations realistic. There's solace here in Sturgeon's law, named after the science fiction writer Theodore Sturgeon, who noted grimly that 90% of everything is crap. Once you recognise that everywhere's a bit crap, you're less likely to be disappointed or exasperated by those with whom you deal. And Hanlon's razor is the principle that we shouldn't attribute to malice that which can adequately be explained by stupidity. In other words, it's more likely cock up than conspiracy. You can be kind to those who don't get it right all the time, including yourself. The second reason for acknowledging that we can all be a bit crap at this is that it demands two things of us that matter. That we take a humble approach to it, don't be a dick, and that we make the effort, take an interest. Actually managing the topic of a future email calls for planning for the road ahead, accepting that we and everyone around us will often get things wrong, and still planning for the road ahead. That's this week's great podcast, but a few things before you go. First, another fiction recommendation for you, Barbara Kingsolver's The Bean Trees. I think Barbara Kingsolver's one of the greatest living novelists, but I've only just read this, her first book. Published in 1988, it's of its time, full of joy about the natural world and connections between people, and beautifully written. Second, I have a question for you. You've learned how to do your job, but how did you learn to work? How did you learn to manage your working life, to organise your working day, to tend your working relationships, to behave with your boss or be someone else's boss, to make time in your life for things other than work, and all of the other things we working people do? Did you learn all that from your peers, from mentors, from parents? Did you figure it out on your own? Are you still learning? I would love to know. Comment below or email me at adam@adamsandel.com, adam@adamsandel.com. And finally, despite my wariness about social media, this email now has a Facebook page. If you use Facebook, it would really help me spread the word if you were to like and follow that page. You can find it at facebook.com/Adam Sandell Writes. That's facebook.com/Adam Sandell Writes. That's it for this week. I hope you have a great week ahead of you. Thank you so much for listening.